whole story.
World Health Organization recommends that newborns should be exclusively breastfed for 6 months, but the children who don't have the privilege of enjoying their mother's own milk. My name is Beldin Walieula, and on this week's episode of Health Watch, we focus on how donated human milk is giving lactation support to vulnerable newborns. Lack of breastfeeding milk is a common struggle for many mothers after giving birth, leaving newborns without the vital nutrition. Patricia Mudheu, a 25-year-old mother, faced this challenge when she delivered her baby prematurely at Pumwani Hospital. Unable to produce sufficient milk, Patricia relied on donated human milk known as DHM to nourish her baby.
After kujifungua, sikuwa na maziwa. Nikakuja, nikaangalia sikuwa na maziwa. Nikakuja nikapewa maziwa inaitwa DHM. Ikanisaidia sana kupatia mtoto wangu. Nikampatia for about 2 days. Na nikaona inasaidia sana.
Patricia's situation is not unique. Many mothers who give birth to preterm babies at Pumwani Hospital find themselves depending on donated human milk until they can produce their own milk.
Na nikakubali mtoto wangu apewe DHM, nikaelezwa venye iko, nikaambiwa ni safe. After kukubali nikasign.
Janet Mosae, who recently delivered twins, initially had concerns about the safety of the donated milk. However, she was reassured that it was perfectly safe for her newborns.
Kutumia maziwa DHM kwa sababu yangu ilikuwa haitoki. Ilikuwa inatoka tu kidogo kidogo. Sasa nikaongea na daktari, nikamwambia yangu haitoki vizuri, wakaniambia niende nikachukue hiyo maziwa ya kudonate. Walichukua hiyo maziwa kwa siku moja tu. Hiyo siku nyingine maziwa yangu kaanza kutoka, nikaanza kukamulia pole yangu karudi vizuri.
According to the World Health Organization, exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months is crucial for a child's development and growth. Breast milk offers ideal nutritional support and protects newborns from illness and diseases. When a mother is unable to produce milk, using another mother's milk is a viable solution due to its antibodies that strengthen the child's immune system.
Yeah, for every baby that is born, the baby is supposed to receive their mother's own milk. But in a situation where this baby is not able to receive their mother's own milk, then according to the WHO guidelines, the second best milk is the donated human milk, that is milk from another mother. But we have situation where probably the facility, they don't have a bank, like here in Pumwani, then they are forced probably to give the babies a formula milk. But for the formula milk, bearing in mind it is powdered milk that have been made from the cow's milk, then it has difficulties when it comes to digestion of these babies because their digestion system is still young and is not able to digest well this milk, and this leads to the babies getting other complications after they receive this formula milk. So that's why if the baby is not able to receive their mother's own milk, then the second best milk that they can receive is the donated human milk.
Pumwani Hospital has one of the most efficient human milk banks in Kenya and East Africa. Only mothers with surplus milk donate after feeding their babies. Faith Njeru is a nurse at the newborn unit who also works in the human milk department. She explains the process of milk donation.
So once the mothers come, they come over here and they meet a counselor who takes them through counseling, and we take a questionnaire that checks on past medical history and lifestyle history of the mothers. And once everything in that consent is negative, then the mothers are taken to the laboratory for testing of 4 major diseases, that is HIV, syphilis, hepatitis B and C. Then this is where they usually wash their hands, so to just make sure that we have good hand hygiene before the mothers expresses the milk. And then they come to this expression booth where they come and donate their milk. We have both the electrical and manual breast pumps that we use to express the breast milk. So once the mothers express the milk, we take the milk and store it into the freezers. And from the date of expression to the date of expiry, since the mothers express, the milk can be stored in the freezer for 6 months. If the milk, we label them, the milk, we're supposed to put a donor ID, that is an identifier, because we're not supposed to label the milk with the mother's name, the amount they've expressed, the date, and then the milk, is it preterm or term milk? So that is what we usually label. And then we usually put red stickers on raw milk. This is to mean that this milk is not yet processed or tested for use. So this freezer is for raw milk. So the milk that we are receiving direct from the mothers, we store it here as we wait for the testing of the milk. Then this other freezer is for the milk that is either awaiting result after pasteurization, and the other milk is that is ready for use or to be dispensed to the neonatal unit for the babies that requires the milk. These are fridges that we use to thaw pasteurized milk that is ready to be dispensed, and then we have another fridge on the other hand for thawing milk before we pasteurize. Our pasteurizer machine, it's a S90 automated machine that does the pasteurization, and basically pasteurization is heating the milk into high temperatures of 62.5 degrees over 30 minutes, and then the milk rapidly cools. So this machine automatically does that. So once the pasteurization is done, it has a temperature knob that usually takes the curves and the temperatures that have been attained during that process of pasteurization. So once we are done with the pasteurization, we pick this SD card that has taken the whole automated process, and then we're going to read the card at the computer.
However, not all babies can receive donated human milk. It is reserved for the most vulnerable infants.
And our first categories of babies that are of high priority to receive this donated human milk are preterm babies who are very sick. Then category number 2 are preterm babies who are stable. Number 3 are term babies who are very sick, probably they have birth asphyxias, respiratory distress. Then the 4th category are term babies who are stables, probably were here because they are abandoned or their mothers are sick. So they are the least categories of the babies that receive the donated human milk. Mothers whose babies are receiving this milk that has been donated by other mothers, they usually go through a counseling where they are explaining the processes of that milk, the testing that have been done, and the pasteurization itself that the milk goes through to make the milk safe. Yeah.
And how the reception is okay?
Yes, it is very okay. For the mothers who are donated, we've not had any issues with donation. And for the babies who have been categorized that they are going to benefit from the donated milk, after we've cancelled them, we've not seen any difficulties in them accepting the milk.
The Milk Bank currently accepts donations exclusively from women within the facility.
So when it comes to the human milk banking department, we receive donor mothers who volunteer themselves to give us surplus milk after they fed their own babies. So once a mother is willing and has volunteered to donate their milk, that is from both the neonatal unit and postnatal wards, they come here at the bank and they meet a counselor who takes them through the processes of what is expected of them while they are donors.
Since its establishment in 2019, the Milk Bank has been a lifeline for mothers experiencing lactation challenges.
It started back in 2019. Up to late last year, we had received around 860 babies who had benefited from this bank. And so far for this year, we have around 84 babies who've benefited from this bank. And for the donors, we've had several mothers who've consented to donate their surplus milk.
Unfortunately, the Milk Bank only serves women at the Pumwani Hospital. as protocols to receive milk from outside the facility and also to share the milk with other hospitals are still not available.
We are receiving the donated human milk from the mothers. We categorize them into term and preterm milk. So if we are receiving milk from a mother who delivered a baby at term, then this milk, we call it term milk, and we are going to give this milk to a recipient baby who is a term baby. Then if it is a preterm milk that is being donated from a mother who delivered prematurely, we are going to term this milk as preterm milk, and a baby who is going to benefit more from this milk is a preterm baby.
What's the difference in the milk?
The difference in the milk is when the preterm milk, when a mother delivers early, the constituency of the proteins, the fats are at different percentage, unlike to a mother who delivers at term. Yes.
So you can't feed a preterm baby term.
Nurses at the facility are always on the lookout for mothers struggling with breastfeeding so as to incorporate them in the program to ensure their children do not lack. More women are embracing the use of human milk, and those with surplus milk have gladly become donors.
Kuja mi fasting day kwanza nikakosa maziwa kabisa, ndio sasa nikaambiwa nikuje huku, wakanisaidia na maziwa, mtoto wangu akapata maziwa ya kukunywa kwa hiyo siku. Kutoka hapo sasa venye ikakuwa mingi, hata mimi nikaona tu nikuwe na donate, ndio hata hao wengine hawapati maziwa pia wapate maziwa ya kukunywa.
Nilitoa hiyo maziwa nika feel somehow relieved. But after 3 hours tena ilikuwa imejaa. Nikarudi tena. Walikuwa wameniambia kuna tests nitaenda ni run kule lab wapime kama kuna HIV, kuna hepatitis na VDRL, kitu kama hiyo, syphilis hizo. Juu sasa unajua kuna confidence sina HIV, syphilis nilipimwa sina, acha nitoe. Sasa nikatoa, nikakuja nikaambiwa utasaini wapi hapa hivi, umekubali kutoa maziwa? Nasema sawa. Nikamuuliza sasa hii maziwa yenyewe venye nimetoa hivyo itafanya nini, ama ni kunisaidia tu nipumue? Kaniambia hapana, hii maziwa once they've run the tests ipatikane iko sawa, it will be processed na watasaidia watoto wenye hawana wazazi.
Donating breast milk has become a meaningful activity for these mothers.
Mama atazaa pia akose maziwa venye nilikoza hiyo siku ya kwanza. Unaona tu mtoto ana struggle, analia, ana maziwa. So mimi nikindonate wanasikia tu vizuri sana.
Mtoto alikuwa na feed 5 ml. Hiyo ingine nitapeleka wapi? Nakuja natoa. Sasa ukipata tena mtoto ako na challenge anapewa 9, una feel na hii yangu inatoka tu, unateremka unatolea ule mtoto. Una feel vizuri. By the way,
the pilot project for the milk bank was funded by UK Aid through the County Innovation Challenge Fund in collaboration with PATH, the Nairobi County Government, the Ministry of Health, and the African Population and Health Research Center, APHRC. Pumwani Maternity Hospital is renowned for serving the large low-income population and was selected as the host for Kenya's first human milk bank.
The human milk bank improved the exclusive use of human milk among vulnerable children from 41% to 63%, and it also improved the use of human milk as the first feed from 55% to 83%, and it reduced the duration of hospital stay by around 27%, and it had no negative effect on newborns. Yes.
A survey conducted by APHRC suggests that integrating human milk banking and lactation support can significantly increase the exclusive use of human milk among vulnerable neonates in resource-limited settings.
Conducted a formative assessment. So one of the things we wanted to find out is are women willing to donate milk, and are women with children willing to give their children donated human milk. So we found out that 80% 80% of mothers were willing to donate milk, and 60% of mothers were willing to give their children or their babies donated human milk. So here we see that there was a need, there was acceptability of the concept of human milk banking. Bank in one way is an equity focused intervention, because it ensures that even children who don't have access to their own mother's milk have the chance to benefit from to benefit from human milk.
In Kenya, neonatal mortality rates remain high. Therefore, exclusive breastfeeding is a crucial strategy to combat these deaths by providing newborns with the necessary immunity to fight infectious diseases. Milk Bank at the Pumwani Hospital has shown great potential in giving lactation support to vulnerable neonates. Building Waliaula KTN News.